Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ashtaki ki jai. Shri Shri Pancha Tattva Bhagavan ki jai. Rajapur Jagannath Baldev Shubhadramai ki jai. Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Very warm welcome to everybody for this morning's Japa Yajna on behalf of our leader. I first thank all the people who came and did Japa leads. They served service nicely. Let's move on to the sweetest part of the last, sweetest and the last part of our Japa Yajna, which is going and discussing Srimad Bhagavatam verse. A short kirtan, and then we'll move on to the verse. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Tira Vanachara Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Gandhavika Giridhari, Gandhavika Giridhari Gaura Hari. Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Anantade, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Anantade. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, Nittai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nittai Gaura Haribo. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamutirahet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Canto 1, Chapter 11, titled Lord Krishna's Entrance to Dwaraka. We are reading the 7th verse. Bhavayanastvam Bhava Vishvabhavana
Bhavayanastvam Bhava Vishvabhavana
Tameva Mata Suhrit Patipita
Tameva Mata Suhrutpatih Pita
Tvam Sadgururna Paramam Chadai Daivatam
Sadgururna Paramam Shadaivatam
Yasyānuvritya Kirtino Bhuva Bhuvima
Yasya Nuvritya Kritino Bhuva Vima
Yasyānuvritta Kritino Babhuvima.
Yasya Nuvritya Kritino Babhuvima.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace. Yasi Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Creator of the universe, you are our Mother, Well-wisher, Lord, Father, Spiritual Master, and worshipable Deity. By following in your footsteps, we have become successful in every respect. We pray, therefore, that you continue to bless us with your mercy. Purport, short one. Please hear attentively. The all-good personality of God, being the creator of the universe, also plans for the good uh, of all good living beings. The good living beings are advised by the Lord to follow His good advice, and by doing so, they become successful in all spheres of life. There is no need to worship any deity but the Lord. The Lord is all powerful, and if He is satisfied by our obedience onto His lotus feet, He is competent to bestow upon us all us kinds of blessing for successful execution of both our material and spiritual lives. For attaining spiritual existence, the human form is a chance for all to understand our eternal relationship with the God. Our relationship with Him is eternal. It can be neither be broken nor vanquished. It may have forgotten for the time being, but it can be revived also by the grace of God, of Lord. If we follow His injunctions, which are revealed in the scriptures of all times and all places. Hare Krishna. So I'll chant my prayers and then we'll get on to the verse. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Dhyananjalashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapatam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Udapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललितान श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा give me a moment. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Before I even start, I seek the blessings of everyone so that I'm able to share the some points from the verse from what I've heard and from the point of view of Srila Prabhupada's purport. I'm doing this as a purification, very clearly understanding that this is somehow by the mercy of our leaders and all the senior Vaishnavas present here. Okay, so we are now in the 11th chapter, and we've been hearing some wonderful verses from, I think Mathurapati Prabhu was talking of third verse where it was Bharta Darsana Lalasa. He's our protector, master, often referred as husband. Darshana Lalasa, how we should be enthusiastic for having darshan, not just of the Lord, even to have darshan of the devotee. Okay, it should not be aupcharik, not forced. It has to be natural, spontaneous, straight from the heart, right? That is that love which can develop later on and transform into love for Krishna. The same lalasa should be there to hear a Srimad Bhagavatam class also. Okay, it should not be that who is the Bhagavatam speaker today? Oh, he is not a very famous Prabhuji. I will not attend. No, that's not the case. I have personally seen His Grace Radhesham Prabhu when he had come and given a lecture in our Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Mandir. There was also, by coincidence, there was His Grace Shisha Krishna Das, who was again a famous Bhagavatam speakers, Radha Govind Maharaj's servants. He was known to give only Bhagavatam Saptaha. He had come for a 3-day, 4-day sessions at in Hindi in Lakshmi Narasimha Mandir. And the next day morning, I saw Radhesham Prabhu sitting like a simple student as one of us and hearing from him. He not only heard, while he had to go back because he had a train just about whatever, half an hour. He went to him, told him that I have to leave. I'm sorry, I'll hear the balance in your recorded version. So that's the lalasa, that's the enthusiasm and the eagerness which he had, right? So that's, and of course, like always Prabhu says, post the class, we should ask the questions to see that we keep improving, maturing. So I heard in some place, Sanatana Goswami is also glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam. Something similar. Srimad Bhagavatam is my friend. Srimad Bhagavatam is my guru. Srimad Bhagavatam is my wealth. Srimad Bhagavatam is my ananda. Is my everything. Something similar, this verses I felt today, because we are also saying the same, O creator of universe, you're my mother, well-wisher, father, Lord, spiritual master, worshipable deity, right? So here we see Dwarkavasis glorifying the Supreme Lord like that, okay? Because you should understand Srimad Bhagavatam is also non-different from Krishna. So also in the 10th chapter, if we saw the Viraha Bhava that was purged all around. Every verse had that dipped in that Bhava was there. Now, what are we seeing? Couple of verses from there, we are seeing the Dwarkavasis enjoying the Milana Bhava. They are enjoying, they're waiting to see Krishna. Krishna is their life, Krishna is their soul. They're waiting to see him. They all want to greet him. They want to receive him. They want to look at his face. So how does Krishna come? He announces to everyone, blowing the conch loudly. And Srila Prabhupada referred it as the sound of the Lord is identical with the Lord. So Prabhupada said that Hare Krishna Mahamanta has the same potency. So when Lord blew the conch, some of the Dwarkavasis were sleeping. They all left everything, got up and came. So similarly, Prabhupada says, when we chant, our soul wakes up in the heart, right? Jeev jago, Gaura Chandra Boli. So how did the Dwarkavasis go? Not just empty-handed. They went with many gifts, presentations brought to Krishna, And of course, Prabhupada is compared saying that is, we saw Vara Prabhu very nicely giving us that verses, showing lamp to the sun. But everybody, according to their capacity, according to their businesses, brought something nice to Krishna. It was probably very insignificant, like how we get into Ganges, take some water and offer it back to Ganges, right? Take something from the universe which belongs to Krishna. However, it has to be given with great love. How did Shabari do? She was just tasting the fruit and giving. Krishna accepted. Why? Because it had that ingredient, the most important ingredient. That is that spirit. That is why we say that every time we do a seva, we should have that ingredient. What is that ingredient? That is that ingredient of love. So Krishna is very eager to meet. And other Dwarkavasis leave everything, jump. It's like dad, the son from his pocket money going and giving some gift. Okay. It's not important. Dad is not looking at what is the value of the gift he brought. It's the mood important behind that. It's the bhava which is very important. Same way, Lord is very happy to see so much of love and affection being given to him. Those tiny, tiny gifts with a lot of affection, right? Because why? They're running to the Father who came back after a long time. If suppose you've seen some dads come after couple of months in other country, comes back, how the child runs in the airport, something like that. Okay. So this 7th verse is very, I felt very important and very beautiful verse rather. So, here there are Bhavaya Nastvam. So 2 words which I heard from the lectures and after reading the purport, I felt is very important, which will relate to all of us. One is Bhavaya, which is your welfare, and Kirtinaha, okay, successful. Here, Prabhupada has made it as successful. And we'll also see another aspect, which is very important to all of us, and I'm sure you all will agree with me, right? For Bhavayanastvam, for our sake, Krishna has made this beautiful world, right? Given us all the facilities. He's given us sun, moon. Can you imagine without sun? Right? Drinking water, grains, fruits, everything. And where does all these grains, fruits get all the taste from? From the moon, right? Everything to live a livelihood, to be happy in this world. But not only that, he's also ensured in order to go back to him, he's given us scriptures, temples, facilities, and most importantly, he's given us acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj. By ensuring that he's given them to us, we can go back, return home back to Godhead. That is why we are saying they're our mother, well-wisher, leader, father, Sadguru. Now, if we start realizing, every Krishna conscious person, every sadhaka, every bhakta, if should start realizing how by becoming a follower, a friend of Krishna, life has become beautiful, how his life has become wonderful, it's become colorful, all auspicious, right? We should all be able to write 2-3 pages article on this, right? How we can agree that we are grateful that we have received this, right? Please note, only by following his teachings, right? That should be the focus, how our lives have changed, how it is, like I said, wonderful, peaceful, actually simply enjoyable, in sometimes adventurous, thrilling. We can say anything we want. Can anyone very quickly say one thing which, how life was before Krishna conscious and now later? Very quickly, hardly 5 seconds. Any impactful change which has happened after coming to Krishna conscious life?
Prabhuji, too much disturbful mind now became calm, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Doesn't react much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Maybe later on you can think and keep it or type it also. Our lives, at least whenever I'm talking of me, was not at all useful. Forget to us, to me, myself, it was not useful for others. Right? Generally, we were just going through life. Now we have a goal, right? We are living a life of a goal, life of full of purpose. Not just purpose to us. We are seeing that we can enliven others' lives too. Right? The process itself is what Lord says, susukam kartavavyayam. Every day is full of life. Every day is full of festivals. Panihati festival is over. Then we are also saying we'll have an extended Panihati festival. Then as when that is getting over, nothing is there, we will start preparing for Janmashtami. Fasting, feasting, dancing, everything is there, right? The path is crystal clear. How glorious the goal itself is. Okay. So all of us want to do good to others, but they don't know. So far, at least me, I didn't know what is good, which is I need to do. I know after reading Prabhupada's book, now we all know what is good, right? There is a natural tendency for us to love and serve, but without knowing whom to serve, whom to love or whom to serve. So it's very sad, right? Now, after coming to ISKCON, we definitely know. In fact, in normal life, if you serve someone for their selfish gain, they will. Here in ISKCON, if we want to serve also, the person whom we are serving doesn't need service, but yet mercifully they give service to us. Do you think Guru Maharaj needs our service? But we still, out of love and affection, we do some seva, right? Most importantly, I'm sure everyone will agree with this. Our lives have become regulated, right? There's a culture within us. Otherwise, what is it which our children are going to learn from us? If we are going to do the same thing, running behind money and trying to achieve our material goals, that's what they will also pick up. And later on, we cannot blame them. What is the culture there? So it's this important question, right? This question of immensely, how did my life immensely benefited after coming into Krishna consciousness? Maybe this, you can take it as all of us should take it as a homework, right? That you should write a couple of pages. Have gratitude to people who introduced you, of people who brought you to Krishna consciousness, how Srila Prabhupada book, how Guru Maharaj, how all this had an effect on you. Now I'll tell you the degree which you are able to think aloud and write it. To that degree, our chanting on will also be attractive, right? So you can take a couple of directions. You can say what kind of gurus and acharyas I'm following, maybe what kind of books I've read, not just the books we have read. how those books have given us knowledge, and now it is given clarity, right? What kind of food I'm eating, very important. What kind of people I'm associating with, right? What kind of relationship, right, I'm having, treating with dignity. Where else will you find, if you make a Dandavat Pranam, that normally people will say Tatastu, as though they're Lord. Okay, and nothing wrong, but I'm just saying, in our parampara, they bow down. Whether it is president, whether it is senior leaders, they bow down, because that is the dignity, that's the way the culture Prabhupada is given. Right? What kind of job I'm getting to do here? Voluntary, seva, unpaid, but just yet with love and affection, love and devotion. Okay. Who's our ultimate master? Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, coming in the mood of Radharani. We are assisting him directly in his mission. We are able to directly serve Prabhupada and our dear Guru Maharaj. These are the questions which you can probably write. So the directions you'll get, and very, very, very valuable answers you'll get. The more we think about this, the more we appreciate. What is this? Yasyanu kirtino bhuva vima, babu viva. Right? So I said there are two words which is important. Bhavaya, bhavyas, bhavavya nastvam. First word, welfare, kalyana, whatever we can say, and that kirtinaha, successful, mangala, right? Mangalmai. So now we will just focus on this word, welfare, acronym, WELFARE. W stands for well-wisher. Always directing us. Lord is always directing. He's the, what you can say, Subchinchak or Mangala, well-wisher, right? What do we do? Nowadays, when we sit in the car, there is one well-wisher. No one Mataji says, very nice, sweet was, please take left, please take right. She keeps directing us. Best part about that is, even if we go wrong, she is not very angry. She humbly says, take a corrected path. Nowadays, our mobiles have also got that. Something called a GPS. But we have Guru positioning system. The way our parampara guides us, never to fall in the wrong path. Keep on nudging us from here. If it is somebody, if it is not the Guru, somebody else will say, hey, you're doing on the right path. It is just that we need to keep our ears open. There is a strong voice within us, which always, whenever we go wrong, it'll be warning us. It'll be, you're treading on the wrong path, right? So parampara not only corrects us, it also guides us. Now, even the Lord not only guides us, but also protects us, coming himself, right? We all know the famous story, Akbar and Birbal, how Birbal told him that why Lord personally comes and saves, right? So, even in another instance, I had heard that the Lord was so eager to come to save Gajendra that he felt that Garuda was slow. He wanted to take Garuda on him and reach out faster, right? So, we have this famous acronym LIC, not Life Insurance Corporation of India. It is actually Lord in Control. Can anyone know what is the tagline of life of LIC? What do they say?
जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी.
Yes. So they are not there Zindagi ke baad bhi. Lord is our actual Zindagi ke baad bhi. Okay. That is why we say Lord in control, not LIC. Anyway, we'll go on to the next acronym. Another 5 minutes only. Enlightenment. God gives us knowledge. Internally, right? What in 10.10 he says, right? Tesam satyata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. The internal knowledge he gives whenever you need it. And Bhagavatam says, when we do bhakti and seva, Lord empowers us through shastras. That's a sambandha gyan we start, right? So Srila Prabhupada says his purports are so important. He says, his purports are devotional ecstasies, he says, right? Keep on preaching. He keeps saying that because that's the way you'll register it. When one person came and challenged Prabhupada, you all speak so much. My Baba is a Mauni Baba. He always keeps quiet. So Srila Prabhupada told him, come, let your Baba be very quiet, but you listen from me, right? So he didn't waste time arguing who the other person was. His purports are so potent that I heard in a class that even a normal 10th standard person will be able to convince an IITian. Why? Only when we read Srila Prabhupada books. Then it comes to L, W-E-L. L is lessons through difficulties, right? Difficulties come to all and sundry, right? It doesn't say, oh, you're a devotee, you're a bhakta, you're a non-bhakta, you're a Shuddha bhakta. No, of course, Shuddha Bhakta devotee does because the Lord can glorify him. He gives difficulties just to glorify him. But as far as we are concerned, non-devotees, he learns from devotee. Why does he give? Because he should learn from these difficulties. Learn to introspect, learn to find corrective course corrections. For a sadhaka, difficulties are given so that he can surrender to the Supreme Lord. He treats it like mercy. A bhakta treats it like mercy, right? Normally, whenever Lord shows mercy, he takes away his favorite possession from the bhakta. Anyway, so most of us, at least I think that it is the bank balance which is saving me. I have this 4 BHK. Nothing can happen. A lot of relatives. I can face all the challenges. Nothing can save us except the lotus feet of Guru and Krishna. So welfare, F, WEL is over, F is furnishing the necessities. I was just saying that Lord has given us all which is necessary. Materially, fruits, vegetables, and most importantly, the sun and moon play a so important role in all this juice in the vegetables, right? And after we eat all this big feast, it has to be digested, right? Lord goes inside and ensures that there's Jata Agni there. And this is not just for human species, for all species. And through Guru, through Guru, he takes care of our spiritual necessities. How? Srila Prabhupada, in those days when he had gone to for the Western countries, he not only just gave them spiritual, he used to cook for all the hippies. He used to clean their plates. Imagine, right? No wonder those devotees drew such love towards Srila Prabhupada. I mean, somebody, old man, coming here and doing for us. They just simply did anything which Prabhupada wanted. We'll move on to the next one. Hardly 2 minutes. Just be patient with me for an extra minute or so. Welfare A, assurance, auspiciousness, kirtinaha, I was talking of, right? See, many verses it gives us, right? The confidence, the assurance. 8th verse, 8.16, Mam upetyanti punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. What does it say? Samsiddhi paramam gatim. Right? Do not. And then very famous verse, Sarva Dharman Parityatya Mam Ekam Sharanam Praja. Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshasyami Ma Suchaha. It's a huge assurance, right? Do not fear. Don't worry. I'm there. Personally, for me, 2.14 is a huge, huge assurance to me. Neha Bhimikramanastastyu, right? Then it says Trayato Mahato Bhyat, because I know that surrender fully is not possible by me. Still today, it gives me assurance. Even if I do some small service, Lord will ensure that it's not wasted. So we think, how do we think what is auspicious? We say that good time, good direction. We should start at the good time, good muhurta, all that we say. And we say, since I'm in this profession, East is good, West is good, South is bad, all that. But how do we do? Ito Narsimha, Parato Narsimha. In fact, Bhakti Vinod Thakur sings a wonderful song in which he glorifies what is the actual auspiciousness, what is the actual Muhurta, what is the actual Mangala Karya. In Kevala Ashtakam, he says, Maduram Madure Bhyopi Mangalae Bip Mangalam Pavanam Pavane Bhyopi Harinameva Kevalam. Wonderful song it is. Harinam is the only Mangalam, only auspicious, only assurance for us. Last two words. Representative, R is for representative. He's given us Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, so many devotees who reach out to us, right? And when once these hippies asked, these Westerners asked Srila Prabhupada, what is our qualification? Prabhupada said, you did not have any qualification. I made you Shuddha, I made you, gave you the qualification and gave you the bhakti too. So that is why if you see all the great Shuddha Bhaktas ask for association of devotees. Last point, E, eternal joy, bliss, ananda. Like in the beginning, we get some taste, right? Some taste for doing seva, some taste to please, especially the seva is to please the devotee. We feel so happy, right? And when do we think we get the maximum ananda? When you get the drop of mercy from the Guru. That's why he says, Tumi kripa kori shraddha bindu diya deho Krishna nama dhane. He says, I do not find strength in carrying kirtan alone. oh, please bless me and give me that one drop of faith which we obtain great treasure for Krishna. Right? Guru comes, tells us how to do bhakti, how to progress, how to, by teaching us, by practicing achar and then vichar. Right? Thank you so much. Sometimes I wonder, how do I get that lalasya? How do I get that eagerness? Because we still think it's a job, my earnings, which keeps us, my family going. Salary cannot be our sustenance. Salary can be income. Sustenance, impossible. Only one thing, please remember, salary can be your income. Sustenance is always by the mercy of the Lord. We need to develop that sambandha. Like, to summarize, Lord is always thinking of our welfare. If we can understand our constitutional position, Jivere Swarupa Hoy, Krishnere Nityadas, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Sorry, I've taken 2 minutes extra. So if there is any mistakes which I did because I'm suffering from a pain and also I had to do it fast, please correct me. Thank you, Prabhu. Any questions?
So thank you, Prabhu. No doubt it is a awesome class. You got solid points in serving the Lord and also having faith in the Lord and how to not only it's that always we say, I'm so fortunate I got all these, that I got Harinam, I got Diksha, I got this, that's fine. You also emphasized that how one should be gratitude and as a reciprocation, and beyond that also service is also there. Okay, and thank you for your acronym also, the welcome. And Pitaham Asya Jagatu Mata Data Pitamaha. Krishna is the Mata, Krishna is the Pita. Only this birth we have so and so as our parents, and previous birth we had somebody, next birth who we do not know. But in all the births where the Jiva is traveling in a number of billions and billions of species, Krishna is still with us. He's eagerly waiting when this living entity will come back to me and do the loving devotional service. And also you quoted many other examples, analogies, and they are really helpful for our devotional service. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
All glories to Radhesham Prabhu's nice classes.
Okay, so we will keep it open for the 46 participants if they have anything to be added. First, if you have any questions, you ask the questions. That is very important. After the question, you can share your realization. Then we go for the announcements. Hare Krishna.